Do I have dough? Honey, I'm rolling in it. Not all cool cats are cougars. PJs are the new black. This dainty dessert is fit for a lady, but fortunately that's not a requirement. For the Ladyfingers, all we need is flour, sugar, eggs, vanilla, and some powdered sugar. For the elderflower pastry cream, I'm using full-fat milk, eggs, cornstarch, and some Saint Germain, that's an elderflower liqueur. And we'll top the whole thing off with some fresh strawberries. Okay, to start the Ladyfingers, I've separated 3 eggs and I've got the whites in the mixer here with a pinch of salt. So we're just gonna whip these to soft peaks. Once they reach sort of a foamy soft peak stage, we're gonna add a tablespoon of sugar. We're at soft peak, so I'm gonna add a tablespoon of sugar. We've set the egg whites aside and we're moving on to the egg yolks. I've got 3 egg yolks going in and I'll gradually add in half a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're gonna beat this until it's creamy, pale, and about doubled in volume. Now that the egg yolks and sugar are pale and fluffy, I'm going to drop about 1/4 of those egg whites on top of the egg yolk mixture and sift about 1/4 of the flour mixture on top of that. And we're going to gently fold this, not to fully incorporate it, but just to kind of get it started. And then we'll continue the process 3 more times. Once all of the egg whites and flour have been incorporated, you will have a super light and fluffy batter. And we're just gonna pop that into a pastry bag. And I'm using a 1/2 inch round tip. Now we will just pipe 4-inch fingers onto a prepared pan. Before going in the oven, we will dust these ladies with some powdered sugar, and then we'll bake them in a 300-degree oven. We'll bake these for 20 minutes. For the pastry cream, I am just going to heat a cup of milk that I've added a little vanilla to, and while that is warming, I am going to combine 3 egg yolks with some sugar, a little bit of all-purpose flour, and a little cornstarch. And we will just whisk this together while we wait for the milk. Once the milk is warm, you'll see tiny little bubbles around the edges. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the milk mixture to our egg yolks to temper them. And then we will mix all of the egg yolks into the milk and heat it, stirring constantly. Once the pastry cream has thickened, I like to strain it just as like a little insurance policy. And we're gonna let this cool, and once it's cool, we will add the Saint Germain. Just because I tell you guys everything, this is a tale of 2 pastry creams. The pastry cream on the left is from some rando recipe that I found on the internet that looked good. It clearly had too much cornstarch in the recipe. The beautiful pastry cream on the right is a Mary Berry recipe. Always go with Mary or Julia or somebody you trust. My Ladyfingers are a little rough around the edges, but that will get better with time. To assemble, we are just going to pipe a little bit of that pastry cream. I added 3 tablespoons of Saint Germain after it cooled. We'll pipe a little of that, add a few fresh strawberries, a little more pastry cream, and top it with another Ladyfinger. Not bad. Can I get a wolf whistle for these ladies? Women hate that, by the way, but it's a whole different story for dessert. These are pretty awesome. Give them a try. See you next time.